Welcome back, everyone, to Cisco Virtual Kitchen's Influencer Fridays, where every Friday young chefs will be reviewing products available from great products from available from you. Can we roll it again? No, we're live, right? I just screwed that up. I'm going to do this again.
We're live.
Oh my God. Sorry about that. Okay. Products available from your Cisco account manager. With me today, Chef Jesse. And what do we have today, Jesse?
Roger, good morning.
Oh my
I have
God.
a ton of Beyond Meat products. And also, I would just like to say, as a new person to this sort of thing, thank you for making me feel like a human. So I'm glad to see you again.
Thank you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. So we've got Beyond Meat, like I think I mentioned here. Right now, I'm just finishing up some of their plant-based chicken tenders. I've got a burger that I just took out of the pan, and I've also got some breakfast sausages as well. So I'm really excited to get these finished up.
Fantastic. What will we start with?
I think we can start with the breakfast sausage. We've got about 2 minutes left on our chicken tenders there. Mm-hmm. But I mean, a big breakfast person myself. These are basically a simulation of a pork-based sausage, and that's generally what I'm used to eating for breakfast. And the cool thing about all of this stuff is there's no GMOs, no chemicals, any sort of that stuff that you would kind of expect out of maybe products that are mimicking something else. And just like first impressions, all I did was just cook these in a frying pan after taking them out with a little bit of salt and pepper, and like just the texture, which I think is a huge thing for a breakfast sausage is really, really cool. Looks very, very similar. Really juicy and moist.
Did you have to prepare the pan with any oils or?
I just used a touch of olive oil.
Yeah,
I like
that's how I normally cook.
I like the earthy tones that come out from a nice olive oil. So just a tiny, tiny little bit of that. And then I just used a nonstick pan, and they were ready in, maybe about 5 or 6 minutes. So really, really easy to cook. And Roger, I've got to say, I've never had these before, and these are incredible. And I know that's not on our scale of rating, but they're definitely a wow for sure.
Okay, so the rating, if you haven't joined us before, is good, great, or wow. Jesse called that incredible, which equates to a wow. Awesome.
Totally. So while we wait for our chicken tenders, which I promise are almost done, I've got here a 6 ounce patty. So I've done this in a cast iron skillet. I really love the texture that you're going to get on the outside from using a cast iron. Again, just a tiny little bit of olive oil. Now, with the ingredients that are in this, I personally just added a little bit of pepper. There is a lot of flavor that's already coming through in the ingredients that are in this. So I just went with a little bit of pepper and no salt, but you can definitely go either way. So I'm just touching it right now and kind of squeezing through, and like it is juicy, and honestly looks very, very similar to a beef burger.
Does it take a similar amount of time to prepare?
Yeah, even even a little bit of less time. So with this one, I really am a fan of the size and the thickness of it. You can give it a slight press, if you've got let's say a larger bun or it's going on something else. So you can give it a bit of a press down to, get it to the size of your bun. But I went with the out of package depth or thickness, and it was maybe like 7 minutes.
Now, for those of us not familiar with protein products, how does it compare taste-wise, flavor profiles, texture, all those things?
Being in Alberta, I eat a ton of meat. I was, raised on Alberta beef. Amazing stuff that, is in our backyard. And I can't tell. And I'm a chef. I do this for a living. I'm quite impressed. I just had the burger for the first time here, and the texture is really nice. The flavor's great. And like I said, all I did was add just a little bit of pepper to this and some olive oil. And that's a great product. I would say that definitely fits in it great. But to answer your question, it's very, very close. One thing that I'm particularly excited for, I know we talk about, food choices, but you know, my girlfriend actually, she's kosher, so a lot of stuff like pork sausages and whatnot, she's not eating, and that's stuff that I've grown up eating. So to be able to have this in our household and, you know, satisfy my opinion or belief on what a breakfast sausage should taste like, while having her able to actually try it and see what it's supposed to taste like and eat it, that's really one of the things that I'm most excited for.
Now, in terms of size, cooking size before and after, you know, some meat products will shrink when you cook them. I'm assuming this maintained its size.
Yeah, it really did. Sorry, I'm just taking the chicken out here, but it did. It maintained it 100%. There was no difference whatsoever in size once I took it, or once I cooked it. Sorry.
That's great, because obviously customers are looking for value for their money today, especially, and you know, depending on what you're cooking, you don't want them to feel like they're getting less than what they're paying for. So just ask that question.
Absolutely, and I think too, it's great from a restaurateur's perspective because you can plan out exactly what the finished product is going to look like, and there's no variables from the cooking process. So I just took the tenders out here, Roger, and I'll give you a show, but like these
Looks very substantive.
Yeah, amazing.
Like they're good size.
Yeah, and I just threw these in the air fryer. They were about maybe 13 or 14 minutes in the air fryer. Yeah, texture, very, very similar. Those are a wow. They
sound
not
crispy, crunchy. Are they crispy?
As I was chewing there, I was hoping that you could maybe pick that up, but
we did. We absolutely did.
The magic of television, right? But the texture is perfect. Like I said, they were super easy to prepare. Sorry, I wouldn't prepare them any different from, say, a normal chicken tender. And the flavor is great. There's nothing. There's nothing that you know, if you were given this, that you would think that it's a not a true product. So overall, very impressed and very excited for the breakfast I now have before I head into the restaurant this morning.
Very good. Excellent. So 3 products: chicken tenders, breakfast sausage, and the Beyond Burger. And we got 1 great and 2 wows. So Beyond Meats, that's great. And a wow times 2. Thank you, Jesse.
Thanks, Roger.
Right on. Well, that again is Influencer Fridays. Don't miss us next Friday. We'll be back with more products and more young chefs. We'll see you then.